Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to keep it down to the nitty-gritty, under 10 minutes. But in particularly, this video is going to be over 10 minutes because this is very important for y'all guys out there who are just, I forgot to make the video. I'm really busy training my wife and my daughter, so please forgive me for it, okay? All right, forgive me, because I be going through a lot of stress and stuff, not because of my wife, not because of my daughter, but because of my own self, okay? See, now I got to take care of three extra little hungry little fuckers, okay? You know, my little babies now. They're my little babies. Got to take care of my daughter, my wife, and my goddamn little babies now, okay? I didn't give them a name yet, okay? All right? So, am I wasting your time? So far, it's 1 minute, okay? Okay, now, let's see. Now, this video is going to be particularly called How to Protect Yourself, okay, from foreign women, okay, and everything that's included that's needed. This will be up to like 20 minutes. If you have any comments, suggestions, or insults, even insults, I love it. I love when people call me different names, and then we have a roast fest. I love it. Tommy Masur, Tyreek Nasheed, I just love it, okay? I wish they would, but of course, they don't want to give me attention, okay? As you already know, as I said before in my past video, like 2 years ago, that YouTube they use a certain algorithm, which is not for the people. It's mainly for business. It's mainly for money. Or you're going to say Google power, okay? You know what I'm saying? I use my own terminologies, my own words. I'm very creative, okay? Now, okay, let me see. This video is going to be titled, let me see what I should title this video. How to Protect Yourself. The Everything Guide to Protecting Yourself from Foreign Women completely as a whole. As you already know, I've talked about American women so much, especially particularly white and black. I've already told you the scenarios. If you did the research, you already know that there's more white people than black. So you know white people do more bad things than black people do. So you got to put that in a nutshell, okay? Right? Common sense, right? Okay. And I'm not a racist. I do say crack and I do say nigga, okay? Because I like it when it comes off my tongue, okay? Because I'm a comedian, okay? So get off my page. That's why I say it's comedy down there, motherfuckers. Get the fuck off the page. Get the fuck off the page. God damn it, man. Some people make comments on my page and I'm like, dude, they did no research. You just emotional as hell. Didn't even ask any questions. I told you I made a video on that too. Beware of inquisitive folks. Beware of people who smoke. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Beware most of the crackers that, I'm being honest, okay? Beware most of the crackers who wants to talk sophisticated words and cannot be understood very easily by the major mass. Beware people who talk in a monotone voice, who don't have personality and charm. You gotta watch that shit. Everybody's fucking mentally ill. Okay. The spectrum is the more intelligent you become, the more autistic you are. Or sometimes it's so abstract that you can't see it. Okay. Now, if of course, you know, I'm not gonna be racist here. I'm just going on facts and statistics. I'm not talking about my own personal opinions. Okay. Sometimes I do. I'll tell you. But of course, it's from my experience and my research. So don't get all in a bum in a tight shell, little pussies. All right? Okay, now let's go down the list. This is everything you need to know about so-called women, okay, in particular. So this video is going to be kind of long. Let's start off with misogynistic, okay? Misogynistic is when you are definitely towards... See what I told you that I didn't want you up here, okay? Misogynistic is when you're definitely towards women, okay? In a high level, high degree. Misogynistic people, you gotta watch out for those people. I'm not misogynistic. I don't hate women. Get that through your head, okay? I'm not a misogynist. I write down things that's factual, and it's sad. So you consider me a misogynist because I talk about the truth. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm like a Thomas Sowell. Okay, how would I was just putting the facts out there, okay? So I'm not a misogynistic, okay? So you gotta beware of misogynistic. I have to make a video on that. I didn't make a video on that, okay? And then there's the gynocentric. I'm just learning about these words, and I don't use those words. I don't try to confuse people, okay? Either you're a feminist or you're a male chauvinist, okay? You know what I'm saying? I use different types of words, but I try to lower it down so most people can understand me. Gynocentric is basically those people who are catering towards the feminist side. You understand? Okay, I don't cater toward that side either. Though I do cater a little bit towards the men's side because they have it harder on this side. So Factually, we are talking about facts here. Common sense. That's what my page is about, right? That's what my page is about. Look at my wife. She over there all ugly. Okay. Now, okay. As I said before, my page is about comedy and common sense. I do my research, and if you have any questions, you put it down below, and I wish to challenge for someone to challenge me, okay? Some shit, but nobody does because they know I'm right. And plus, I don't put none of my information in the tag box, so that's why I'm not searching. But I'm gonna put it in a tag now. I'm gonna be more technical, okay? All right? Okay, now, how to get child support? Y'all men, okay? Because you don't hear no videos. Come on. My love, get her. I don't want her in my videos. She'll get your own videos when you get older. Go play with the cats. Now, child support goes by if you are the one who has done your research and you know you have your income in place. You can actually flip the roles. You can let the feminist liberal system take it. There's men out there who get child support from women, okay? Do you know that? You know that guy, MGTOW. This is one for y'all MGTOW. This is y'all MGTOW guys. This is all for y'all guys who keeps crying about stuff, you know, when you don't want to do nothing about it except cry and weep, okay? Right? So if you do your research like Johnny fucking Cochran, he's like my role model in, the OJ case. You know, Johnny Cochran, look up what he did, okay? He's a black man, African-American, man. He died in 2005, okay? A great lawyer who was using common sense, but he should have won all the way, but you know how the liberal justice system is racist as fuck. And I think OJ did something anyway. He probably had something to do with it, even though he didn't do it, okay? And I told you about my past video when you could live in the woods and shit, but you got to take out all your cash and shit. It's a little harder. You can't do no transactions if you want to live off the grid. I made a video on that too, okay? Now, if you be like Johnny Cochran and you be a pacifist, okay? You have to be a pacifist in the court. You can't be an aggressive talking shit. You know what I'm saying? You got your shit together. You show proof, okay? Then you are on your way to getting anything from that woman, anything, especially if she's a dunce, okay? You talk to a highly intelligent cracker woman, okay? Caucasoid woman, are you crazy? Are you that goddamn mind? You want to talk to a smart white cracker who's talking to a lawyer, she got a family like the mafia and shit, come up in your house? It's better to talk to the little Negroes. That's why them Negroes, the Negroettes, got all them kids fucking them in their pussy hole. Come on, y'all. You know the fucking black sisters are way more attractive than cracker women. Come on now, the cracker women are being the way they are because they already been trained by the Negroes back in the 1940s. Okay, they already been trained. They're tired of that shit. They learned very quickly. They learned very quickly to snuff that shit out. Now the white women, the women has been like that for over a decade now. Okay, they've been treating men nicely, but they still can get your ass. So what the fuck is you supposed to do? Stay in another motherfucking country? That's what I was trying to do. All right, okay. Now I told you about Johnny fucking Cochran, right? Now, Johnny Cochran was a wise man who died in 2005. And the last thing you heard about him, he was in the OJ case. So I'm told you before the difference between these individuals. I'm trying to protect your asses because I'm doing the thing right now for myself. I'm a prodigy. I'm the only nigga that actually went over there and scanned my wife if she was a virgin. I would never go to another country and I'm touching the pussy and it's not bleeding. Get the fuck out of here. Some used fucking busted pussy. Are you out of your fucking mind? I told you about the dildo. Go look at my little video about the dildo effect. Now, okay. Johnny Cochran, marriage, I told you before, marriage is the only way to do marriage is when you're in another motherfucking country. You bring the broad over here because you can take advantage of her. That's where you have to be Johnny fucking Cochran, correct? I'm trying to tell you because I'm dubbed as mentally ill. You should get your goddamn check too, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm like fucking crackers calling me mentally ill and shit. I do hear voices and shit, and what am I going to do with that? I don't think I'm still mentally ill, though. But I tried my best, but they gave it to me. What am I supposed to do about that, okay? So the courts put me in the system, and I'm like, goddamn, I didn't even want the goddamn disability, okay? I didn't want it, but I had to, okay? Circumstances happened, and then I was like trapped in a fucking rock, and they picked me up off the fucking homeless streets and shit. That was so nice what the system did. The government, okay? You want to say the government did that shit for me. But I still try to work. I don't feed off the system. You motherfuckers. People think I'm a fucking liberal or some shit. I'm just trying to be a comedian. I have character, motherfucker. I have character. The more intelligence you have, the more intelligence you have, the more stories you have. I have a whole lot of intelligence and I have a whole lot of stories. All right? Whole lot of stories. So I try to keep it a mixture of both. You know? Okay, now let me see. Marriage recordings. You got to get recordings of that bitch. You got to get evidence that she was treating you wrong. You got to keep all of her info. You got to keep that shit locked in a case. It's everything you earn. You got to lock that shit up. She don't deserve shit if you bring her to the country. Y'all cracker guys, y'all white nuts. I told you about this shit before in my past video. The message to you white crackers, y'all benefits. Y'all be going over there picking up these women, and you getting screwed because these women know fluent. And that's another thing I talked about. I talked about the fluent English. I said that a pimp told me this shit. It said the more clear the English is, man. Yo, you know, if the English is clear, you know, she's has ambitiousness in her heart. I said, what the fucking kind of psychology is that? That shit is factual, motherfuckers. You talk to a female who can speak clear English, that bitch is most likely not a virgin, okay? She's over here trying to get a green card. So I got my wife the green card, but all that shit can be ripped up in half. She got to earn that shit herself. Hey, okay. You got to understand that if you bring a female over here, you got to have backup plans. Like I told you about my other past videos. Her sister, my divorce, MGTOW, whatever. You got to have backup plans for that shit. You know, if you get her a U.S. citizenship, she will have the advantage. You know, she can go and do whatever she wants. But you don't want her to get the U.S. citizenship, okay? And if you do get it, you have to have some kind of backup plan to have a backup plan on another backup plan. You see how the way you're supposed to be thinking? The only benefit a woman has after she gets a green card, okay, after she go through the whole fucking process, is to take advantage of you, regardless of which way you go. And if she can't handle it, she could go back to her country and let the United States government send her ass right back in our box. So you don't have to do shit. The only thing you have to provide to the consulate office or the UCIS, motherfuckers, I'm gonna put it in the screen below. I told you already, is the shit proof that she was frauding your ass from the beginning. You got video camcorder, right? You've been with her for 3 years before you came to this country, right? You did all the research? Okay, you go to the court. You only need a fucking judge. You don't need a jury and all that shit because she got to do all that shit. She got to do her own shit. She'll be extradited before you even know it. The system will do it for you. ICE, motherfucker. ICE. That's why they're cold as fuck. That's why Donald Trump is doing the things he's doing, because he's going through fucking hardships and turmoil with his own fucking wife. And he got 3 wives. I would never get married again. I got married only because the voice told me. The voice said, go ahead and get married because she was a virgin, so I'm going to marry her. I think she's being on the right path. She was right nice to me in the Ethiopia, and now 30% she's not treating me right here, but it's okay. She's okay. She sees the light. She's starting to see the light, right? You want to... So... let's see, weak men are basically men who don't do research. Weak men don't have charm. They talk with monotone voice. They don't have a lot of penis length to them, so they don't have enough, they don't do enough of these things so they can keep themselves, cover your ass. They talk about knowledge all the time. I don't just talk about knowledge. I try to make people smile at the same time. Okay, I try to do something because I deserve it, because I am Jesus. I don't have sins in my past. I have a record because the system fucked up, okay? So the fuck what? I am not a sinner. Hello, Jesus got crucified. He was a criminal. So what? Okay, so what? That's the past. Everybody is a fucking sinner if you want to look at it a certain particular way. I made a video on that too. I made a video on some other thing. Okay, let's see. What's the next one? I told you about misogynistic people to be aware of. I told you about gynocentric people to be aware of. I am neither of these things. Okay, I look on the weaker side. The weaker side is the men's side, because they doing all the fucking work. And then the feministic women, I told you, there's 2 different types of feminists. Okay, I'm not talking about once a woman says out of her mouth, we are equal to you, we deserve equal pay, she is automatically a negative feminist. Okay, we got that shit clear. Okay, so if I'm looking at the big business boss and the boss decides to pay me a little less, that's what he has the right to do, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if you have a PhD or not. We don't get the same amount unless it's the law, unless the government says, the law says you're only supposed to get $7.25. Okay, you do your research on how much you know you're supposed to get. Okay, so now sometimes the boss may give a raise to somebody who's doing a little bit better than you. You don't know what that boss is going through, but people keep saying women are over dominating things. No. There's no hell's fury than the woman scoring. That shit doesn't exist. That's why women disappear. Women disappear every 5 fucking minutes. Because of your mouth. You got to keep your mouth closed. Okay? Keep your mouth closed. If you keep your mouth closed, you get more things. You suck more dick. You lick more balls. You listen exactly what that fucking man has to say. And this is all women have to do. That's all you got to do. The white women are doing it. But the black sisters ain't doing it because they got sense of beauty with them. The more beautiful a woman is, they tend to be more vainy. Like, I can keep flaunting my pussy forever. And I have kids. Now, let's go on. But I digress. I digress, motherfuckers. I digress. The camera's right there, okay? All right, now, okay. Like I said before, you go to underdeveloped countries. The more underdeveloped the country is, the better off. Because if she knows English, fluent as fuck. I told you, I learned this from a pimp. I got hurt and almost committed suicide myself. I told you about my rape story, okay? I told you about my situations, okay? I have plenty of experiences. I'm a fucking psychologist. Or you want to call it, some people call it psychologist. I said, those motherfuckers are pseudo. I talk to them all the time. They forget words and stuff and terminologies and shit. They need to take the retest to take this test. And then they come to me and say, I'm correct. How the fuck is that possible? You went to school, motherfucker. You should have a degree on the fucking wall. I should get me a degree. I read the books all the time. I try to narrow it down. I try to narrow it down to the nitty gritty, okay? And I ask simple questions. I ask my own psychologist. I ask my psychiatrist, okay? My therapist and shit. And they all don't know questions and shit. How is that motherfucking possible? Now, okay, you go to underdeveloped countries and you choose out who you choose, okay? If the father's not there, you got a problem. If the mother's not there, you got a problem. I told you about the parents. Check the parents. I got a video on that. Check the fucking parents. Be like Johnny fucking Cochran. Cover your own ass. Talk to your therapist. Record her voice talking to you rude while you're talking nice to her. Because that's a big fucking difference. That makes a big fucking difference. Take all her fucking papers and burn them motherfuckers, okay? You do all that shit. You take her keys. You take her underwear. And you will be in the righteous. And you be like, I didn't hit my wife. She hit me. I got bruises right here. Okay? I got bruises. You smile at the same time. So I got bruises right here. And that's what you get to say. And what happens is the judge will laugh or smile at you and then take leeway. You know what I'm saying? You got to use a bit of not manipulation in a positive way. You know, motherfuckers? Y'all are MGTOW. Y'all MGTOW is supposed to make men more aware so you can choose the better women. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of Negroes and the alpha males are eating up all of the 70%. I know that shit is hard, but masturbation is the key, man. That's all I was doing in dildos. If you could use masturbation and you could use dildos and you say you pack into a female and you could get charm in you. I try to teach my boy Chuck all the time about charm. He still got that gay ass charm, okay? I'm like, where you getting that shit from? You know, goddamn well women gravitate towards darker skinned guys. What do you talking about? Women see that shit as weird. I talk to my boy Chuck all the time about that, but he's my friend. I don't make fun of him too much. I just try to my best to say, you better start studying, start watching some more black people. He's my friend of over 25 years. He helped me get my wife here. If it wasn't for him, she would still be in fucking Ethiopia. The boys told me I had to leave the country. I wanted to stay in her country. I told you I want to stay in her country. I said I didn't trust her. I said, I told you, if you come in here, you ain't taking advantage of me. You actually your downfall. You going back in the box. And I'm gonna get your sister or your brother, okay? I already put that shit down, okay? I don't get a lot of hits and stuff because of the way I look. Maybe because of the way I sound. Biasm is everywhere. But I'm always talking the truth. But it's okay. Y'all saw her sister. I don't think y'all saw her brother on the video, though. But what else is there to say? So I said that pretty much everything you need to know, okay? You steer clear. You steer clear of women who tend to think they're smarter than you, okay? And when I say, for y'all women, for y'all benefit, if you want to be smart as a man, it's best to learn some games or some comic books or try to educate yourself in video games. Try to do the things that guys like to do, like play basketball. You know, men are more active than women. That doesn't even make sense. I'm like, damn, man, I go to the court and I always see guys on the court. Stop that noise. Stop that noise. Stop it. You're making noise because I'm on the video. Leave it. I can't see. When a woman doesn't listen, you train her ass, okay? You don't have to beat her. Right? Right? She look ugly every day. She tries to look ugly. I said, you gonna wear that little black? I got her this cute black thing for her neck. So whenever she gets horny, she can put it on. Okay? You know, a little choker. That shit looks sexy on her when she gets her hair up and she get the eyeliner. As you know how Ethiopians is. As a matter of fact, if you're truly Ethiopian, you got a little hook nose. She's not really truly Ethiopian. She's mixed with something else. I do we call it the mentalist type shit. I look at analyticals and algorithms on the face, you know, symmetricals. I study shit like that, dude. I study shit like that, dog. The more prettier someone is, the more symmetrical their face is. Okay, you got to remove these things, you know, these little items and those side markings, you know, to be really pretty, but other than that, I got my compliments. I'm all high and confident. Now, okay, what else is there to talk about? I talked about child support. You can actually sue a woman in court. If you are smart enough, you represent your goddamn self. You are a man, a MGTOW man. Are you a MGTOW man? Are you a man of status and quality? So you must know that if you're a man of status and quality, you must make sure you do your research. If you do your research, you cannot lose in the court of law. And I remember my first time in the court of law, and I'm like sitting there in the state. So you gotta have the state. You gotta be like really comical in a sense, but in a subtle way. But at the same time, you gotta take things lightly, but at the same time, you have all of the knowledge you need. You take a few pieces of paper, you show them, and you say there's no evidence. You show them, okay, and then you basically speak up. You know, I call the cops on myself. People say you call the cops, I should be innocent, right? No, it doesn't work that way. Even though there's no evidence, they will charge your motherfucking back black ass. Especially me, I'm black today. And I made the judge smile, so that's why she gave me 5 years probation. For a high crime that I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. Oh shit, I was like, oh, this is a fucked up case. My attorney was telling me, yo, you better not say nothing in front of the judge. I'm like, for real, is this judge biased or something? I didn't know what biasm was at that time. I was a cocoon in my motherfucking room. A cocoon in my motherfucking room. The only time I went out was at summertime playing basketball. Fucking boys is fucking with me every night. I gotta take Sarah call and shit. I'm a motherfucking crazy motherfucker. I hear shit and then I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm just running into shit like a little child and shit. Like what Socrates said. The more innocent a person is, the more childlike they are. Okay, that's crazy. So I gotta start educating myself. I have to educate myself. Now I gotta start educating myself on how to survive in the woods. I'm thinking America might get hit. America might get hit because of Donald Trump, okay? It's going to chain of event, baby. North Korea, South Korea, then China. Okay, if we have a war with China, they're going to get their ass blown because we got alien technology. Area 51, Nevada, you know, all that shit. Why people worry about America getting hit, I have the slightest idea. I don't understand it, okay? People are fucking afraid of America. The British are afraid of America. Fucking all across the motherfucking world. What do you think? Fucking aliens are being spread on the YouTube. YouTube's about to fall down because of franchises and advertisement and sponsors because of people like to speak. People like to talk. That's how you get popularity. Okay? They're afraid. These companies are afraid because they don't want their name tagged upon a person who's a feminist or a gynocentric or some shit, and they get millions and millions of views and shit. That's what the people want. Okay, that doesn't make sense. That's what America's about, right? So freedom of speech is in danger, y'all. So you got to understand that I might get a Patreon page. I might just get to do a videos on the Patreon page, maybe one day. But I'm not ambitious. I'm a mystical person, okay? Shit just tends to happen around me. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. What else is there to talk about? I don't want, okay, you get all her info. You lock the shits up. You tell her she got to walk. You get the car. You get the recordings. You get the marriage only if she's out of the country. You don't marry in America. You should already know that, you guys. Because women are definitely about money. You can test them. You have to test the waters. I made a video about testing the woman. Test the woman's virginity. I made a video about that shit. Get right to the motherfucking part, okay? Okay? Let me see. What else is there? Child support. You can sue a woman for child support. You got to take your first move. You can't be fucking around with females. Females are like child. They're like children. They don't want to read. They don't want to do, okay? They sit around and they eat around and do nothing. While you sitting there thinking you to death how to protect your own ass. Let me see. Misogynistic. I talk about that. I talk about gynocentric. Okay, let me see. Talked about having a plan B if you go to another country. You get your you get your citizenship. You go around the world. You go around the world. The longer you wait, the better it gets. So it's best to keep masturbating until you get the time. Then you make your baby over there, and then you come back and forth. Okay, that's the best way. Because I don't think it's she was supposed to make an example, but I don't think she might change. She might change. My wife might change. She's getting on my nerve. She's getting on my nerve. Wu-Tang. Not Wu-Tang. MGTOW. She's getting on my nerve. I don't know what I'm going to do, okay? I don't want to commit suicide. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to jail, but I guess I'm going to have to go to jail to prove myself because they're going to let me out, okay? Right? They're going to let me out. Since they put me in jail, they're going to let me out. They did, okay? So I believe they'll let me out because I have a sense of charm, okay? And it has happened, okay? I went to court at least 3 times. Small claims court for a traffic ticket, and they cut it in half. I said, there's no evidence of this, Your Honor, sir, ma'am. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters. Anything else I'm missing? I got to the point, and if you can't do your research there, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say, you guys. This is everything you need to know about women, okay, and protecting yourself. Okay, so I have a lot of experience more than Tariq Nasheed, and maybe not more than I'm pretty sure I have more menage a trois than Tommy Masura, because Tommy Masura is definitely more attractive than Tariq Nasheed. Okay, but he want to make fun of him. That's why you got to watch that jealousy shit. Okay, when names are being called, okay, you got to be careful. You got to understand and read through between the lines. Why is Tariq Nasheed making fun for so long of Tommy Masura when only Tommy Masura is trying to do is use dark psychology? Why? Why? Because he's probably jealous of his looks. Okay, you see, you got a puppet. You know, the dark skin chocolate color is more erotic than white pink piglet color. You know, with a pink color. Look at the penis. What type of porns you watch? Do you know that now white women and white men love to fuck animals or some shit? Okay, you gotta think psychologically like that. Okay. You know, black people only like to do weed and shoot each other when they fucking are in the domestic dispute because somebody took their weed or marijuana. Hey, do you know? Oh, that's another video. I should keep it a secret. Marijuana's about to be legalized. Hey! Marijuana's about to be legalized now. I'm gonna start smelling some cherry blossom and weed. I like the smell of weed. I do like, but I never use it. You see my eyes? I can't use it. I would slow the fuck down. The voices will probably stop. I like listening to the fucking voices. They give me guidance and shit. Once I start smoking and shit, I'm like, oh shit. I can't hear shit now. See, marijuana is a cure. I said, oh shit. I tried it a little bit because I've been around them. I've been around the Goombas because I make them smile. Okay, I know a bunch of niggas are thugs. I live above them. I live below them. I live on the side of them. God damn, I can't escape the Negroes. The Negroes are fucking everywhere. What you gonna do, crackers? Oh my goodness. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. I hope you got a message out of this. Okay, I told you get the recordings. I told you about weak men and strong men. Strong men do the education. Weak men, they talk too much or they sips, okay? A misogynistic, okay, so what is these words? People call me a misogynistic fool, and I'm like, and people, I seen the opposite of misogynistic. I seen Ghana Cedric. Child support is easy now. Johnny fucking Cochran. Johnny motherfucking Cochran. You tell a woman that she don't know who Johnny Cochran is. Okay? Most women don't really know too many about the more popular black people and white people. They don't give a fuck about that. All they care, the more pretty they are, the more they care about is their eyebrows, okay? Their eyebrows and how tight the pussy is. They gotta do the conjo muscles, right? Conjo muscles. Now, okay, look at the shirt. Okay. Deadpool. Now, okay, what else is there? I just said peace and love to you, brothers and sisters, light and dark. Welcome to my page. Peace.